That was the beer. Oh, that is a lot of noise.
Woo!
Woo! Well, if you couldn't hear through all that noise, it's a song called "I Want to Be an Alcoholic."
Woo!
Right?
Woo! I Want to Be an Alcoholic by NoFX.
Woo!
Now I know
Probably
that's
gonna get
not
flagged for
very
that somehow.
Thanksgiving-y, but there's actually a reason why I played this song, and I don't think you know this, Tom.
I don't, but let's start. Welcome to Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous. My name is Tom. As Ryan just
Hi,
introduced me.
Tom.
Woo!
My name is
Howdy.
Ryan, and I'm a fantasy
Howdy.
sports addict.
And an alcoholic. And you're telling us about NoFX. Why'd you play that song?
Well, what you don't know is today's, the day before Thanksgiving.
That
And
it is.
The day after Thanksgiving is called Black Friday.
Oh my.
But the day before Thanksgiving is Blackout Wednesday.
Blackout Wednesday?
Blackout Wednesday.
Really? Who created
Today
this?
is actually the day that the most alcohol is consumed.
Like ever? Like just throughout the year?
The one day on the year. It's not New Year's. It's not this. It's not that. It's the day before Thanksgiving because, everybody's back in town. They have tomorrow off. They're with family and friends they haven't seen forever.
Oh, you got to drink.
They just get together and drink and talk about members. You remember that? You remember
Members.
that?
I remember. Ooh, I remember. So what you're saying is that we should all get blackout drunk today, like now.
I'm not suggesting or saying we should.
But
I'm
we
just
are.
saying
We will.
that's what's going to happen, just statistically speaking.
Okay, so statistically speaking, Ryan's marking this down. Wednesday before Thanksgiving, 8:45 in the morning local time.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Woo!
He will be blackout drunk. At what point will you expect to be blackout drunk today? What hour?
No, this is going to be more or less into tomorrow, but I'm going to be prepping for Thanksgiving and baking a pecan pie. And
All right. So you're pre-gaming, man. You're pre-gaming the pecan pie.
yeah, I'm actually doing Thanksgiving for the family, so I'm cooking everything.
Wow. All right. You are not doing turkey, though, as I understand. That's
No,
correct.
I'm going to do a ham.
Who does ham on Thanksgiving?
No offense. I'm not a big fucking turkey fan, and honestly,
You're not a big bird guy.
No, yeah, really, unless it's like fried chicken.
Yep. Okay, you could fry turkey.
Yeah, but again, it's just so much more work. Ham's easy. You just make a fucking nice little glaze for it and pop it in the oven for a couple hours, glaze it up again, give it another hour, and got a fucking nice ham.
All right. I just ham. I feel like ham. I remember Christmas ham, Easter ham.
Right.
I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever seen a Thanksgiving ham. I don't know.
Well, I'm doing a ham.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. That's awesome. What kind of sides will you be having tomorrow? Will it be the traditional fare that would normally go with the turkey, or are you doing something completely different?
I'm gonna do a sweet potato casserole and some garlic green beans.
That all sounds like it goes well, ham. Yeah.
Some bacon cornbread. And then my dad's bringing over some corn. And then the pecan pie for dessert.
And you're having the whole crew over, whole family.
Except for my oldest, my sister and my brother. They're both out of state, my mom. So it's just my dad and my other brother and his family.
Okay, but that's still a pretty generous family showing. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm thankful for my family and being able to do this. I mean, this is a Thanksgiving show, so we're talking about things that we're thankful of.
I'm thankful that I'm going to ignore my family tomorrow, and I'm not going to talk to any of them, and I really don't want to see any of them. And so I'm just going to spend the day watching football, and that's what I'm thankful for, football. And I'm thankful for not having to deal with a bunch of shit like cooking and dealing with a bunch of family. So thanks. Thank you.
Woo!
Woo! All right, Ryan. Well, that's cool. That sounds like a good time. I hope the bird crew has a good time. And, hope everybody else out there listening live and after the fact, I hope your Thanksgiving is something to be thankful for.
And is it blasphemous that I'm doing a ham instead of a turkey?
Well, it depends. I mean, I think everybody has things they prefer. I mean, I don't know if your family is all in on the whole we don't like turkey thing. Maybe it's just your personal. I don't know.
No, honestly, the only reason why I'm doing a ham, well, no, I do prefer ham, but it's a lot less work. Turkey takes a lot longer than a ham. And I'm on my overnights right now, and like I'm already fucking with my schedule to get everything cooked in time.
So you're saying you don't trust Grace to watch the turkey at any point?
No, I've told her not to worry about anything. Like, too many cooks in the kitchen.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Now, see, I think the turkey, I have done several. I did a really nice brined rotist turkey one year. That was the year we were going to have our son. But that was a lot of work, but it was perfect. Like, it wasn't that much. It was the kind of work that I enjoy that's fun, you know? Like, I brined it, and I put it on the rotisserie on my grill, and it was the most delectable motherfucking turkey I've ever had in my life.
Sounds delicious.
Oh, it was, yeah. Well, even you're not a turkey guy, but you would have loved this fucking turkey. And yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work, but it's, hey, you know, you only do it once a year, I guess.
Right.
So that's all right. Now let's talk about, let's get some news here, because what have we been up to? I mean, fuck. It's been a while. We didn't do a podcast last week. We don't have any new videos up. We haven't done a draft. I mean, there's just like, it's like a fucking ghost town. The only thing that's happening on our website, besides some like sporadic arguments about the monetary aspects of minor league baseball, the only thing that's been going on is like spam on the message board. So like, what's new? What's news? What's going on? I haven't talked to you in a while.
No, again, you've been sick. I've been busy. We were going to do a hangout this weekend, but this was my wife's birthday weekend. So I was really busy with that. You fucking got some sickness while you were in a cave in Skyrim, and you were
yes, as you can hear. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but yeah, whatever I got. I know, I get a flu shot every year. I don't know if I got the flu, but whatever I had, like, I thought I was going to die for a day or two. It was that bad. I mean, like, fevers and just deliriousness and, like, coughing and yuck everywhere. I mean, it was not pretty. It was not pretty, and I have not been this sick in easily, like, 5-6 years, maybe more. I don't know. I don't get sick often. Well, partly because I don't go anywhere. I'm kind of a shut-in. You know, like really what you know what I think would be great for Thanksgiving for me tomorrow, since I'm a shut-in? I think, like, you know, the like Meals on Wheels people should show up and like bring me a meal. Like, I'm an old person that doesn't go out, you know what I mean? Like, some person comes to visit.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Well, I think that would be great because I don't know, you know, like, they're not my family. It's just some random person that shows up, brings me some food, and they want to hang out and talk. That'd be great. That'd be perfect for me. I need to move into a retirement community or like a mobile home park or something where there's just nothing but old people. I think I'd be great at that. But yeah, so sick as hell, busy as hell, and now it's that, you know, it's holiday season. Everybody's got a lot on their plates. I mean, we're not the only people that are kind of AWOL and absent. Like,
well, not even just that, but like, there's not a whole lot going on. Like, fantasy football, you kind of already know where you're at. Maybe you're in a fight for the last spot, but I don't know. You kind of know where you're at. It's doing its thing. Same thing with basketball. There's no drafts going on, and
right, there's no real urgent news, or
we could be talking about players we've added and this and that, but that's not who we are. Like, we don't want to do this like boring analytics bullshit. I mean, again, that's great. Like, we like it. We like talking about it, but we're just, that's not what we do. That's not who we are.
Fair enough. Fair enough, I suppose. I mean, outside of being sick and you being busy, I mean, fuck, that was one thing you mentioned. We played a lot of Skyrim lately.
Yeah, that's cut into it. Like we are like, yes, we do play a lot of fantasy sports and like watch sports and all this, but Skyrim is my favorite game I've ever played. I'm just gonna put it at number one.
All right, it's not my number one, but okay.
It's my number one.
All right. No,
And it got re-released. I've put in a shit ton of hours already. You've already platinumed it, and you're playing it again and trying to platinum it again.
Well, what are you talking about? Like, since we bought it on the re-release, or no? Just
what's
generally.
that?
Are you talking about on
Just
the re-release?
generally.
Oh, but yeah, I played it when it was on PlayStation 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on my second. Well, I'm on the next gen run through. You know what I mean? It's that good. Play it twice. It's not my number one game of all time, but let's be honest. If they re-released Red Dead for PS4 right now, I'd play the Christ out of that game. You'd never hear from me.
Red Dead, your number one?
Yeah. Oh, that's my favorite game of all time. Red Dead 2. You'd never see me again. You'd never hear from me again.
That's like my number two.
When that comes out, in 2017, the Red Dead 3, Red Dead Redemption 2, or whatever the fuck Rockstar's calling it, I'm going to be gone for months, maybe years. I mean, you'll never hear from me.
It's that good. Just
it will be that good. I will play it like mercilessly. You won't hear from me. That's how good. That's how much I loved Red Dead. I mean, I'm a cowboy at heart.
I know. I just like the RPG elements that Bethesda has over the Rockstar story and everything. I mean, again, they're both 1A, 1B. Like, it's like Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, or Westbrook, Harden. Like,
I don't know if that's how I'd compare it to me, but like I feel like the storyline in most Rockstar games is far more compelling than
absolutely
most storylines in any game, but sometimes the action lags. But I was gonna say Skyrim is all action. That's like it's just so immersive. It's so addictive. Like,
no, the Skyrim
so
is like the darkness and just the fucked up shit that you can do in them.
And the funny shit, like I had a dead guy fight. Like,
yeah, the glitches are great.
No, I mean, like, my friend died. I have a friend that was a town drunk. He was my favorite drinking buddy, and he fell into the water and drowned. And so I was playing with his corpse. I'd drag him up the hill and let him slide down the waterfall. Whee! Drag him back up the hill, let him slide down the waterfall. Whee! That's what you can do in Skyrim. That's how insane that game is. It's great. Like, God, that game's fun. It is. It's really fun. The only thing that bothers me about Skyrim, Ryan, I can't play it late at night. It's not because it's scary, but it gets in my head. And I don't mean that in like some sort of weird, like, I find like I'll be dreaming or sleeping and I'm playing Skyrim in my head essentially. Like,
that's because you're playing too much.
Well, probably. Like, I don't even know if it's that. Like, I think just I don't know. Like, I'm constantly, like, when I play in Skyrim, and I remember this from the last time I played it, I feel like when I go to sleep at night, I'm somewhere in a dungeon and I'm like planning out my route, you know, and I'm like, what am I going to take out of that loot chest? And where's that mage, you know? There's going to be somebody shooting baseballs at me or something, you know, like, where's the dragon? You know, and like, oh, got to make sure I got enough potions equipped. And man, yeah, we're back at it. We got a fucking bug on Skyrim. That's pretty bad, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. Like, Andrew, like, I was talking to him on our website, and he's like, you know, I kind of mentioned about, like, playing Skyrim. He's like, yeah, every time I'm online, like, you're there playing Skyrim.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, that's usually what I'm doing, too.
But it's a good time to take a Skyrim break. It's holidays. Everything's going on.
Yeah, play some video games, everybody. Yeah, it doesn't have to be Skyrim, but go play some video. Now, I saw this. I saw there's a Final Fantasy 15 coming out. Now, I used to play RPGs. You used to hate RPGs. Now I hate RPGs. And those are role-playing games for anybody who doesn't know.
Well, see, the original RPGs, the reason why I hated them was the turn-based fighting. I never could. And honestly, South Park was like the first like turn-based fighting that I actually really enjoyed.
Well, that was because it was more dick and fart jokes, really, than anything.
Well, exactly. Like if I can do a sneaky squeaker, like I don't care. I can wait my turn.
I'll wait my turn for a Nagasaki.
Woo!
So, this new Final Fantasy 15, I've seen the trailers and the commercials. It looks like it's high intensity action, but it still looks it has the turn-based like players. So I can't tell what's going on. Do you know if that's going to be, because if they have in fact turned what used to be one of my favorite franchises, Final Fantasy, into an action-based game, I have to have that.
I was talking to someone at work that was really excited about it. If you don't know, like I work in the space field, so I'm constantly surrounded by like the biggest
Aliens?
nerds you can imagine.
Oh, I thought you were going to say aliens.
No. So like talk video games all the time.
Okay. All right. Because there's a lot of like video game playing in space, or they're just
No, it's
nerds?
just a bunch of nerds.
I'm fucking with you, dude.
Don't fuck with me.
Why not? Hey, aren't you always fucking with me? Oh, bitch. Well, all right, so a lot of video games. Everybody go play some video games. You know, we're like kind of waiting till playoffs for football. You know, the trade deadline. We're just kind of grinding out. Like, really, there's not much.
Let's get into this podcast. We've been off track talking about shit we're thankful for.
We didn't
real quick. Because of the like spam shit on our site, basically, if you're one of our regulars, we're just gonna make like everybody like moderators on our website.
That we are.
Like again, all you guys, like I trust you. Like you probably already should have been, but we're lazy.
So Andrew's been a moderator for a while. Sonic's been a moderator for a while.
But, you know, JD, Sonic, J Money, you know, just whoever. Well, like
well, Gus has been a moderator for a long time. The only one we're not adding moderator privileges to, I think, is Bronson.
Yeah.
Bronson, you haven't earned it yet. You might be employee of the year, but we can't trust you with moderator privileges. Oh, that's terrible. I did already make James an admin or a moderator or whatever it was. But yeah, like a huge spam outbreak on the message board. That got a little weird. Advocating for me illegal things.
Right.
That was a kind of a sign to me that we need to kind of fix the website. Was that also news that we're gonna fix the website?
We're gonna, like, we were talking about this for a while, but like a major website overhaul is going to go down.
Woo! Thank you. Overhaul website. No, we need to update more smooth. Like we need to have places where people can post articles, be able to have the message. I mean, the message board content is important on its own. You know, that's a good place to find leagues. Or get people to join your leagues. I know Andrew and JD Balla and Andrew from Fantasy Aid at Fantasy Aid 1 on Twitter. They're both in I forget how many teams it is, but it's pretty deep.
The Fantrax league.
Yeah, it's a Fantrax baseball league, and so they have two openings. There's two dynasty teams with minor league rosters. It's really deep if you're interested in that. Look for that on the message board. Just look for the baseball section. I know they posted for managers. If it were not on Fantrax, I would probably jump in on that. But
that's exactly what I replied. Like I think we're both done on Fantrax for any actual league. Speaking of Left Fits for News, I don't know if you remember, or I know you do, but the people listening, we did a dynasty league on Fantrax for fantasy basketball. I think we should just go ahead and just fucking delete it.
Well, we can't delete it. I mean,
yes, we can.
Well, somebody wants to win it. I mean, if there's people still playing it, we're not. But
we're not. I mean, again, there's quite a few people that aren't. Like, I'm sorry, Fantrax just.
It's not there yet.
See, there's JD talking about it. Are you guys going to delete that basketball league?
I was saying let it play out. Like if JD wants to win it just for whatever, like
no, JD wants it deleted.
All right, fine, fuck it, let's kill it.
That's what I said when I was talking to him.
All right, well, you're the commissioner. I don't even know if we can do that. I don't know how. Like Fantrax is so confusing. I wouldn't even know where to go look about deleting.
I'm gonna go blow it up right now.
Do you know where it is? All right, listen live as Ryan describe your process.
I'm loading the page. Give me a minute. I got an old MacBook.
Okay, what we're hearing now is Ryan is going to Fantrax, and he is going to delete the FSAA Fantasy Basketball Dynasty League. We went in probably, you know what it was? I don't think that we went in with the best of dynasty intentions. I think we're just all like probably in the middle of baseball season, like, God, it sure would be fucking good to draft some basketball.
No, what happened was I was all worked up drafting that ESPN Dynasty Leagues and Jordan from Dino B-Balls League. And, like, I just had that fucking bug. Like, I'm an addict. I needed to draft. I needed to draft the Dynasty League.
Well, we did, and it sucks. I mean, the league itself, I'm sure, is full of great managers and fun teams. It's just on a crappy site.
Well, this was also like we were sponsored by Fantrax for a minute, and like we were supposed to get like all the gold payment program and all that shit.
Hell, I think even if they gave you that, you're still sucking when you're running a league on Fantrax. I hate to say it. If you're in a Fantrax league, that's fine. Like, some people can tolerate it way better than we can. Honestly, like, what I think would be awesome is if, like, Yahoo Fantasy, like, date raped Fantrax and they had, like, an illegitimate bastard website child. That would be the greatest fantasy sports site of all time. You know, like, it's got the good looks of Yahoo with a little bit of money inheritance, and then the, like, customization options, from Fantrax. But, like, it's
Fantrax,
that'd be my favorite.
They can still get their shit together and, like, make it work. It's just not there yet.
It's not there yet. That's the big thing.
So I got the FSAA Fantrax Dynasty League. Okay. I clicked delete this league, and I just got to, like, confirm it.
Confirm.
All data pertaining to this league will be removed permanently.
Yes.
Are you sure you want to continue?
Hey, abort that baby.
Is this the second Dynasty League that we blew up live on our podcast?
Yes, it is. This is the second Dynasty League we've deleted in 1 year.
Boom!
Boom. Is it gone?
It's processing.
Okay.
Little dude's jumping up and down. And it's gone.
And it's gone. Why was there a dude jumping up and down? That's what I'm trying to understand.
It's the little X that they make look like a fan, with the arms up. And, like, when you, go to your logo. League. Obviously, you don't ever check any of your teams and, like, go to shit because you see that, like, every page you go to.
I tried to block it out of my mind, actually. I know what you're talking about. Now, I will say this. That Fantrax league, all my Fantrax leagues, I was looking for some option to, like, make it easier, and there's not. Their app sucks. And I was going to have in the Red Rock League, the 30-team league, which I'm certain Josh will fold that too, to be honest. I was looking at that, and, I asked Josh. I tweeted with Josh, and I was like, hey, it's kind of weird, the whole roster's locking 5 minutes before the start of whichever your first player's game is.
Which is some default setting buried within a setting of a setting.
And Josh still doesn't know where to find that to fix it. We never found it. But I was asking him, hey, normally you should be able to have a co-manager. Fantrax says it has co-management options, but I had to dig around on the message board to find out how to do it. It's a commissioner setting. It's not like a default. So I talked to Josh. I was like, hey, can you make it so that I can have a co-manager? I was going to, like, throw Bronson a little something to set my lineup, because I hate going Fantrax. Literally. I thought if Bronson's setting the lineups, he's East Coast, I'm West Coast. So, again, if I miss that first game somehow, my whole lineup's fucked. So I thought Bronson East Coast, maybe, he's co-managing with me. He wanted into that league, remember? He wanted to be in the league. What?
When was the last time you logged in and actually like checked that team?
Last week.
Right?
Right. And all right. I set my lineup for like 4 weeks. It got unset somehow. And I don't know. I didn't make a move. I don't know what the fuck went on. Like, I don't know what's going on in Fantrax, and that's why I don't like playing.
JD saying that setting is actually locked. Like it can't be changed.
What do you mean it can't be changed? What setting? Which one? The co-managing?
No, not the co-managing. The lock the teams 5 minutes prior.
Why is that something that can't be changed? Why is it even a default? Why is it something that can't be?
I don't know.
That's why, out of spite, I will not ever. No, that's it. I'm never going to Fantrax again until it sucks less.
Until it sucks less.
Yes, until it sucks less.
So we just deleted the Fantrax Dynasty Basketball League, but the Yahoo Fantasy Addicts Dynasty Basketball League, I love that goddamn league. That's a good fucking league.
Yeah, you went from having a shitty team to exactly the kind of team you wanted, like in 5 days or something. I mean, it
was just fucking.
I mean, you bet Everett over a table, and you gave it to Everett real good, and then you got some great waiver pickups, and all of a sudden you're running a team that's your normal kind of team.
Oh yeah, like it worked out better than I could have ever fucking hoped for, just with like the drops and the trade, and like honestly, like that FSAA Fresh Dynasty League, like I'm checking that league more than any other league.
Really?
Oh yeah, that's my number one league.
More than the home dynasties?
Yes.
Really? All right. I'm very excited about the home dynasties this year.
I mean, the home dynasties are always up there, of course.
All right. I'm surprised to hear that the new one is so high on the list already.
Again, it's good. The whole active.
Good.
Like I went from like having 5 keepers to like more keepers than I can keep.
Which is a good problem to have, yeah.
Just by being active and adding players that fit my team and getting players that people drop.
Well, I tell you what's really funny about my team in that league. It's all point guards, and I don't normally have any point guards.
No,
so I'm really,
yeah.
I mean, I'm like, get rid of somebody take some of these point guards off my hands for Christ's sake. Anybody needs some point guards in that dynasty league? Come check me out.
I don't have point guards. Like I got Giannis as my point guard and CJ McCollum.
Okay, well that's still not bad.
No, but I'm not going for assists.
No. Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't have anything real super sexy though. I spent. Remember, we did the auction. I spent big. I got, what was it? Towns, Anthony Davis, and Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah. So you went the full stars and scrubs.
Well, which is somewhat dangerous in Dynasty because you can't really get, like, I've got like a Dwayne Wade where I should probably have like Boudier or a D'Angelo Russell or I don't know, something not old.
Well, you were kind of trying to get value because you spent all your money.
Right.
And, again, with your 3 first round players, like, yeah, getting a Dwayne Wade and trying to win now is a strategy to do with that. But
right.
I don't know if you necessarily committed to that because you kind of old and young and I mean,
well, the thing is I wasn't able to get a lot of the other pieces I would have
well,
needed
that's
to do
because this was like a very competitive league. You do a stars and scrubs in a public league, you're able to get dollar players that you want.
Right.
But in
not
this
in
FSAA Dynasty League, like there's players saving their money to get all the players that you want.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm still happy with my big 3, but I probably have to spread some of that wealth around. I just don't know which one of those players I want to trade. I mean, honestly, how do you trade any of them?
You know, like you want to trade Kawhi out of them.
No, I don't. I really don't. I mean, I wish I had Kawhi in our home leagues desperately.
I got him in mine.
Well, I mean, if you're making them available.
No.
Well, there you go. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's why I'm saying, like, I should probably spread the wealth around. But I just don't know what on how I want to do that. It's like, ugh. How do you break up that big three?
If you only have
whatever.
3.
Well, you need more. I mean, obviously it's full roster I got to play, but yeah, I tap out like a lot of point guards. I mean, I'll have some pieces coming back here, but all right. It's kind of one of those things. You're right. I don't know if I've fully committed to the old vets and things. I'm like middle of the road, and I think this team's probably like a 500 team. Middle of the pack.
Yeah.
Not quite like tank worthy, but certainly not championship caliber. So
I mean, my team's kind of there too, but I got a great dynasty team. They're all like second, third, and fourth year players.
Well, you enjoy it. You enjoy it.
I still think.
Do we have any other news?
I just want to say still think the steal that draft was Joel Embiid for $21.
Who did that?
I did.
Oh, tooting his own horn.
Absolutely. I'm breaking an arm, patting myself on the back.
Good job, Ryan. Good job. Going for
trust in the process.
Yep. All right. Steal the draft for 21. So Ryan's proud of himself. There he goes. She's
Fuck
so
you, Tom.
Whatever. I mean, it's not like Embiid was like some sort of surprise candidate. Come on.
I'm just glad I got him.
Okay. Well, all right. So that's the pick of the draft then for Ryan. Let's transition, I suppose. Is there any other news? Because we kind of got the home league there for a minute, or the FS.
Well, I mean, again, we never stay on topic.
No, but is there any other news? Other than the website's going to be redesigned and the graphics are going to be redesigned.
Knock, knock.
No. I don't want to do Q&A yet.
No Q&A yet?
Yeah, no, because it's Thanksgiving. I want to take a break.
Okay.
I'd like to have. I'd like to say grace, if you will. Grace! No, that was a joke. That's an inside joke. Really, though, I'd like to. I have a little Thanksgiving blessing. Just for the addicts, if you will. May I?
Absolutely, please.
Okay. Fantasy gods are good. Fantasy gods are great. Did someone say draft? Hell, motherfucker, I can't wait. Bam.
Okay. That was good. Fantasy gods are great.
Did someone say draft? Hell yeah, motherfucker, I can't wait.
Woo!
All right, sorry, that was like just kind of.
Speaking of draft, I think this weekend Andrew's going to do his Fantrax mock baseball draft.
That's what I was hoping for. That's why I prayed.
Okay.
I was looking for that news. Yeah, there's going to be it's on Fantrax, but, it's a mock draft. And it's going to be good. Their draft, that's the only thing that saves Fantrax is that their draft application or whatever, their draft room is very nice.
It's year round and you can constantly draft. Like, honestly, I got that sickness, that itch. I haven't drafted in way too goddamn long.
So you would draft anything right about now. You don't care what it is. You don't give a shit what it is. Yeah, all right. See, for me, I'm like.
All right. So, yeah, Andrew's saying he's going to set that up this weekend.
All right. Stay tuned for that. Look for that on fantasysportsaddicts.com. Andrew, Fantasy Mock Draft Baseball 2017. I don't know what the settings are. I don't know if it's Dynasty, but it'll all be posted on the website in the baseball section. Look for that. How's that?
And again, it's just a mock draft. Like, I'm pretty sure the league's going to be deleted.
I would expect so. Oh, Christ. What the fuck's going on? It's like fucking monsters outside. Sorry, there's a lot of noise going on. All right, go back to your Q&A, like, for me. Will you do it again? I'll queue it up for you.
Hello?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Questions and answers, bitch.
Woo!
Who came up with that? Who decided that was how we were supposed to do questions and answers?
I think it was Everett.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go, Everett. Still doing it that way. All right. So you said we had a lot of Q&A.
Do you have these cues pulled up so we can give them A's?
Oh, yes, I do. Would you like me to read cues?
Yeah, let's do some cues so we can answer.
Okay, we've had a few. Some are good, some are bad, I guess. Well, I guess there's no real bad question. Some of them were just like, oh, really? Um, okay, let's see. Somebody was asking about a week ago, Arn Q. He was asking Greg Monroe, should I keep or drop him for Lucas Nahara? I believe that's how you say Nahara.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of a old question at this point. Like
Well, it wasn't on the podcast. It's just on the chat for the podcast.
the Bebe, the Lucas. You know, he had a couple good games, but then like 3 games to nothing. Really don't have either one of those players. Drop them both.
Okay. You're saying drop Greg Monroe? Just
At this point, absolutely. Just fucking get rid of him. You know,
why is that?
He's a sick horse and he needs to be put down.
He just needs to be traded. I mean, I don't know. All right,
yeah,
so
yes, he does. He does need to be traded.
Okay, but that's like, all right. I was gonna say that's where you're thinking about Henson a lot, right?
Again, I don't think Milwaukee has any center really worth owning. Like, yeah, I went out and I added Henson, but again, he fits my punting team probably better than he fits a lot of other teams.
Okay.
And he literally is nothing but like a block specialist off the bench.
Okay. We've had Wall MVP. He's been around a lot with a lot of questions. He's had some Gordon Hayward talks last week.
Okay.
And he had several questions. One of which he was asking, should he move Gordon Hayward for Tobias Harris and Trevor Ariza? And obviously, like, that's pretty solid. I mean, again, you turn a three points guy into, like, you know, points, 3 and D kind of thing. Like, pretty good return. I mean, again, Tobias Harris and Gordon Hayward aren't ranked all that far apart. So any second piece you're getting back, if you just need some depth on your roster.
And Ariza is a good piece. I mean, it's just
that's a good piece to get excited about. Now, apparently, it sort of got, I don't know if it got watered down or countered offered or whatever, but later on he was talking about Parker or Tobias Harris plus Monte Ellis instead of Trevor Ariza.
okay.
So that's really the question is, you know, first of all, is it even worth doing that trade? And to me, the only reason it was specifically worth doing was if you bought into Jabari Parker's upside. You know, the idea that there's more to come this season as the season goes on. And if you need depth, if you need to do a 2-for-1, right? Because
right.
When you're moving,
again, it's hard to answer a lot of these without knowing like league specifics and
right. Now, I did compare the numbers for Jabari Parker and Tobias Harris for anybody who's curious. They're pretty even. You know, like we're talking about maybe a few more points of efficiency for Tobias versus a few more points for Jabari.
Okay.
I mean, really, they're almost identical players. Like, you know, Tobias gets like, you know, 1 or 2 more threes per week kind of thing. I mean, it's very minimal. Right. So it just kind of depends on if you think Parker's going to have more upside. Like we know, like this is Tobias's ceiling. Like, right, we know this is where he is. This is what he does. And like Jabari Parker, there's always the assumption that there could be more, at least until we're comfortable. You know, I mean, he missed like basically his rookie season, played a few games there, but like sort of looked like he was showing flashes last year. This should be sort of a breakout year for him. Right? So I'm thinking if I'm going for one of those players, I'm going for Jabari Parker. That's me.
Yeah.
And Monte, I mean, yeah, I don't love Monte. He's not very sexy. But it's a piece coming back, and if you need the depth, why not? You know what I mean? So if you're moving Hayward, Jabari Parker and Monte Ellis is what you're getting back, fine. That's fine. I mean, Monte's not really doing all that much. I mean, at worst, you drop him.
Right. I mean, yeah, Honestly, though, I mean,
those are basically 1-for-1 deals, by the way. If you go look at the rankings, like beginning of season and current season,
Hayward and Parker is essentially 1-to-1.
That's a straight up deal. Yeah.
I think I would still actually prefer the Hayward side of it at this point in the season.
Okay. Well, that's what I was kind of thinking for you. I wasn't sure if you would prefer, first of all, Tobias over Jabari, and then second of all, whether or not you Hayward yourself,
Right.
So,
I mean, Parker over Tobias, but Hayward over Parker.
Okay. That makes good sense. Now, we've got another question. He's talking now. See, he's hustling. He's constantly making moves. I mean, he's looking at all kinds of trades.
Oh yeah, he's been like going nuts with these questions.
So he's now looking at like moving George Hill and Rubio for Bledsoe and Parsons. And you're talking about, George Hill being an excellent sell high candidate, right?
Right. We were talking about that in our last podcast 2 weeks ago.
And so Bledsoe staying healthy, that'd be ideal. That'd be great. But can you bank on it? That's the question.
I mean it's a ultimate risk or reward trade. I mean if Parsons gets healthy and actually performs at the levels that he's able to, and Bledsoe stays healthy, that's a hell of a deal. But it's one of those buyers beware kind of deals where you can come out looking like a fucking genius or you got nothing.
Okay. He had one more burning issue that's been going on in the last few weeks while MVP did. And he's still going back and forth about trading Anthony Davis, trying to sell high.
I don't know why he keeps trying to trade Davis.
That's what I said. I said, just stop now. Just keep Anthony Davis. I realized, he had like a knee contusion last night or something like that.
Okay, did he? I missed that one.
Yeah, he got banged in the knee. But I think they did like an MRI or an X-ray. Or I don't know what the fuck they did, but it sounds like everything's just fine. Maybe it's like a few days of soreness, but he came back into the game and played.
But I mean, again, that's just still a fucking reminder that everybody has.
Yeah. But all right, so after that happening, if you thought about selling Anthony Davis high, now it's not happening, probably. But I still don't know why you're not just keeping him. Just hold on to him. This isn't like.
I mean, why did you fucking draft him if you're gonna fucking trade him?
Right. Maybe hoping he starts putting up top 5.
I mean, again, that holds true for any first round player that you draft. I don't think that first round players really should be drafted unless you're trying to compensate for an injury.
I don't know what that means, but you're not you skip over them because they're injured or they're often injured or what?
No, because if you had another player that got injured and you have a huge deficit, then you can maybe sell your first round pick to get a 3 and a 5.
Well, I'd hope to get more than a 3 and a 5 out of Anthony Davis.
I mean, again, that depends. If you could get a fucking Hayward and Booker, I'm just thinking of 3rd and 5th round players.
Think about Lillard and something else. And I mean, that's probably what I'd prefer to have.
Well, Lillard's not a 3rd round player. Lillard's a fucking late 1st, early 2nd.
He's a 2nd round player, but yes, that's one thing I would. Anthony Davis, I'm not asking for a 3rd round player coming back. I'm asking for a 2nd round, maybe a 2 and a 5 or 2. I'm asking for as much as I can get.
I was just honestly, I'm pulling a goddamn example out of my ass.
Okay, all right. Well, I just felt like 3 and 5 was a little generous. I'm not moving Anthony Davis for that. That's why I said keep the Brown. Right. But yeah, I get your point. You don't want to be moving a 1st round player unless there's one of those situations where you really need depth. And I think the argument we just had was really maximize that. If you're going to move it, you move it for something you really can benefit from, right?
Yeah.
Like, because you're moving the first round player.
All right.
So
give me 1 second, Tom. I'll be right back.
Okay, the pugs are blowing up. I think that's what I hear. They're barking. We have one last question. I'm just going to go through that while Ryan's stepped away from the mic. We have Akram Yusuf. Sorry about the pronunciation. We're not very good with names. Ryan's shouting, but he's asking, can I get Clarkson for Taj Gibson? And would you give up on Jordan Clarkson? Ryan answered this one, and he says, even trade, just depends what you need. But yeah, probably we hold Clarkson. I mean, it's one of those things that you didn't pay a whole lot to get Jordan Clarkson. So if you need, like power forward center situation with Taj Gibson, go get Taj Gibson. I mean, it's not like you paid that much, I mean, he is a guy that was a waiver ad in most cases. But
sorry about that. I'm back.
All right, that's all right. I was just going over the Clarkson for Taj Gibson situation. And I was saying, really, it just comes down to, if you need to make that move. I mean, yeah, you drafted Clarkson, but you didn't pay that much for Clarkson. So, yeah, you could move him for a guy that was mostly a waiver claim. Because it looks like, I mean, they're about equal value.
Yeah, and, they both have, competition at their positions with, young players and upside. And
exactly.
it's just about, team needs and stats. Honestly, in a vacuum, I'd probably take the Clarkson side just because I'm over the Taj Gibson. That's been post-hype sleeper Taj fucking Gibson.
You've been around the Taj Gibson block a few too many times.
Yeah, absolutely. And
right.
Again, I've been on that same fucking ride with Clarkson where I have zero Clarkson, but I've had him last year and the year before, and
so just, I mean, he's
again, it is what it is.
It's not bad. It's not a bad deal. It just depends on what your team needs. But so yeah, it's even. But still keep Clarkson probably. Now, do we have any other questions? Did you find any other questions?
Yeah, we got a question that came in on the YouTube chat from Cubby Noel James.
Yeah. Oh, if you haven't seen Addict James's Cubby Noel YouTube channel, go check it out. Big Cubs fan. He's still in the party from the World Series. He's like, woo! He's gonna be wooing all winter long.
I don't
better come out here for spring training.
I don't really understand this question, James. If you can explain it a little more.
Okay.
Said, could you blow me where the Pampers is?
That's the question.
That's the question.
Why? I think he was just joking around, Ryan.
Well,
do I need to explain it to you? I need to explain it to you?
I mean,
you don't know what that means?
Well, I mean, I don't get the whole Pampers part of it.
It's just funny. It's just a goof. I mean, where are the Pampers? Usually on your crotch, right?
Well,
I mean, on your crotch.
Could you blow me and not put where the Pampers is?
It's implied. The word blow implies where you're being blown.
Right.
It in itself already implies where the Pampers are.
Right. But again, you're usually not blowing anybody that has Pampers on.
I would hope not. Adult or child.
Unless it's one of those fetishes, which whatever, wave your freak flag high. I'm proud.
Yeah, as long as you're all consenting adults, right?
Exactly. Consenting adults. I don't care what you do in the bedroom.
Wherever you want to blow the Pampers, that's fine.
I don't know.
Christ.
Sorry,
Have we devolved? Was that slam on James a little bit or what?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just
Just questioning. Okay, so you're just asking a question.
He was asking a question, and I asked the question he asked.
Oh, God. Oh, man. Hey, by the way, if you want to be part of this kind of insanity, just go to fantasysportsaddicts.com. James is on there every night cracking jokes, slamming skulls. I mean,
unfortunately, Tom and I have been a little too busy in Tamriel hunting dragons and
No. I've been on the side. I've been around.
Okay.
Here and there. When I'm not dead or playing Skyrim, I suppose. I mean, the one thing that's been going on the website, speaking of James, man, there's been some spicy conversation. I mean, we'll get back to basketball in a second. I mean, I'd like to get some more basketball questions if anybody's out there. They got a real basketball question about not Pampers. But yeah, like Andrew from Fantasy, I believe, is write a paper for his college class.
In college, I don't know what class it was, but yeah, he wrote a paper about minor leaguers and what they were getting paid.
It's funny how you and I pick up, because we're here and there on the website lately, you and I pick up like different pieces of these stories and sort of like puzzle them together, and we come up with our own narrative, I guess, like amongst ourselves just for our own edification, I guess. But we don't know the full story, I guess. But so Andrew's writing this paper about minor league player salaries, and then some sort of massive debate erupted on the website. And it got salty. It got salty and spicy. Bronson likes that salty word. I thought it was spicy, but Bronson said it was salty. So I think we're going to meet in the middle, say it was salty and spicy.
My favorite.
And yes, yeah, actually sounds pretty good. Like, what are we having? It's like, it's chorizo. But yeah, like, it was, but there's a lively discussion. Go on that website for the chat. I mean, even if it's not like directly related to fantasy, get into a debate or like talk about, hell, even movies or something, I mean, it's a lively group.
There's people there more than we are. And
well, and like, let's face it, if you're there with Andrew and like you're a baseball fan, I mean, Andrew could talk for days about baseball.
Oh, easy.
You know what I mean? And like, you could eat up that kid's whole schedule if you just want to sit around and talk baseball all day. And JD's kind of the same way. You could talk to JD about a lot of stuff, and hell, all you have to say the word is Cubs, and James is like, oh yeah.
Woo!
Right? Like, Cubs. Can we say it enough? Cubs.
Schwarber!
All right, that's enough. Now, let's wrap up basketball. Let's talk about some things that are basketball, because I want to move on to, we still need to talk about like our actual, what we're thankful for. And I want to talk a little fantasy football. Well, yeah, you kind of steered out of it, but
I did.
Whatever. You're a drunk driver, Ryan.
Whee!
Yeah. Don't let Ryan drive the podcast. He's been drinking, what is it, double IPAs?
Rebel Rouser double IPA, 8.4% alcohol. Woo! Blackout Wednesday.
Woo! Okay, and here I am just having my 7.3 moon juice. Man.
Child's play. 7.3.
Child's play. Yeah, might as well be drinking water, right? Jesus Christ. I need to switch. Where's the whiskey at? Seriously, give me some brandy or some whiskey, because it's Thanksgiving. Basketball. I want to go back to this Nurkic and Jokic thing. Or Jokic.
Are we just going to talk about him every podcast that we do?
You have to. I feel like this is like, because both of them were so equally hyped in different regards. I feel like they're kind of the story of the year. They're kind of the story of the season. I mean, it won't be the story the whole way, but I mean, when you think about how heavily hyped both these players were in different portions of your draft kind of thing, you literally can't have one without the other, I think. And like the leagues where I was like so happy to get Nurkic, he started out pretty good. I mean, I'm just like, ugh, you know what I mean? Like, not that it was a bad wasted pick, but just disappointed. And I thought of all the players of those two to draft, you would not be disappointed by Nurkic.
I'm not.
I'm fair. I kind of am. Like, I feel like you have to have both to like have anything that's actually like valuable. I mean, I've seen Jokic dropped in leagues.
Really?
Yes. And he was what, like a late third round pick?
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody that high dropped.
Okay. No, I mean, it's one of my side leagues, but yeah, he was out there.
I'm trying to think through
that's how less, like, I mean, honestly, I didn't even go at him.
Why the fuck didn't you at him?
in that particular team, who am I going to drop? You know, it's one of those things. Like, who am I going to drop? I mean, maybe I could have made room.
You
but
could have made room.
For what, though? Waiting?
For fucking your last goddamn player on your bench.
The last goddamn player on my bench was better. That's why I didn't make the move.
I disagree.
I looked at it. I don't know what it was, but there's a reason I didn't add him.
Jokic shouldn't have been dropped. That's dumb. I think it's even dumber not to add him.
He's still there.
Go fucking add him right now, you jackass.
Why? I don't want to. I don't need him. Let me go look and see where this was.
Are you fucking like 60-0? Like,
no, I just don't need him. I need other things.
Full
you know
shit,
what I mean? Like, dude, somebody else
Jokic is a no-brainer ad.
I don't need him. Okay, like. Here he is, still unowned again. Somebody picked him up and then dropped him again. All right.
Whatever.
Here he is. All right, I'm looking at him right here. Okay. Like, all right. Let me go look and see if there's anybody I want to drop. Okay. Let's see. Well, you know, I mean, I just don't need a center. That's kind of the truth of it. Although, all right. All right. I mean, all right. Like, I mean, I guess I could drop like Dennis Schroeder or something like that. I don't know.
How is Schroeder your lowest guy?
That's just this team. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Well, it's just I'm just looking at rankings real quick. So I'm kind of playing ranks here, but like not like a. You know what? Well, because I need guards. That's kind of the big issue, but fine. You know what? Just for you guys, because he's there and there's no other reason not to. All right. Fuck it. You know what? It's either Schroeder or Drew Holiday. I mean, I need like small forward shooting guard types because I got.
I mean, how are these like your two lowest? I mean, Drew Holiday, I would. But yeah, like JD's saying, surely there's got to just name your team.
Oh, now I can't. Oh, fuck. All right, now it's that password thing. Every damn time I look at this fucking team, I got to like log back in. See, this is terrible fucking broadcasting right here. I mean, it's terrible. This is terrible, Ryan. It's terrible.
Terrible.
All right. Carry the show while I log in, please.
Okay. Well, I mean, I just don't know what your team was, and like to even be mentioning like dropping Dennis Schroeder. How do you not have some jerk off player in your team that you can drop? Like, there's got to be someone. And
all right, I figured it out. I put Paul George on the injured reserve list. Fine. There you go, fuckers.
So you didn't even need to drop anybody. God fucking damn it.
I didn't need goddamn Jokic or whatever. Jokic. I didn't need him.
Well, you got him for free, you jerk off.
All right, fine. I got him for free.
Good Lord, you suck.
What do you mean? I didn't need him. He has no value to my team. Whatever. All right, fine. He's my last bench player right now for free. Whatever. Yippee. I mean, I was waiting to see what happened with, Yeah, whatever. All right.
Who knows? No, I don't know. I don't know your team.
Well, I was waiting to see what was going on with Paul George.
No, you weren't. You just like stumbled on that you could do it.
No. Hey, this team's just fine. Don't worry about what I'm doing with this team in my side league.
You're a jackass.
You're a jackass. Fuck, I'm fine. I'm just fine here, okay? Kyrie and I and everybody else on this team are just fine. Man.
Whatever.
Man, I'll tell you what.
All right. Let's
why is that so controversial that I didn't have to like go add or drop a player? Like, I'm sorry. Like,
because fucking Jokic shouldn't have been dropped. And, like, I'm sorry, Tom, your team's not that good that you can't find room for fucking Jokic.
what are you talking about?
I'm talking about your team's not that good that you
I had to
can't
put
go
Paul
out
George.
and add Jokic.
I had to put Paul George on the injured reserve list. That was fine. Like, but
yes,
I did.
we came to that conclusion.
Okay, but like, I didn't have to do that. I was waiting to see how long he's
But
gonna be
if you
out. You
didn't
know,
have an injured Paul George,
he might play
all
today.
right,
So now I've got a roster issue.
Tom, who do you have on your team? Let's go through this and
I just closed it. It's terrible. Now we're just having a fight. I don't want to go through this.
Yes,
God
because
damn it.
you're saying I don't need him. I don't need him.
Yeah, I'm not going through this with you, man.
Okay.
It's fine.
Right.
It's fine. I added him, okay? For Christ's sake, I added him.
Rebel Rouser double IPA 8.4%.
Yeah, you're rabble rousing. You're rabble rousing.
I'm Rebel Rouser. Woo!
Jesus Christ. I got bullied into adding a player that I didn't even need.
You're welcome.
I don't need him. I'm gonna have to drop him. I'm gonna have to drop him as soon as Paul George is back. Son of a bitch. I mean, is it that hard to believe that like my team's okay, that I don't need to make moves?
No, just because I know even my best teams, I'd still be making room for fucking Jokic.
Okay. I've got him now. Are you okay with that? You gonna be okay?
No, because you don't appreciate him.
I don't need him. Whatever.
All
It's fine.
All right. I'm okay. I'm thankful you listened to the community and you added him.
I'm thankful for the community for telling me to add him. You know, I mean, I could have added him 2 weeks ago and still didn't. So now I did, and it's great. Yay, adding. Is that good? Is everybody okay with that? I added him finally. You all happy with that? Fuck, man. I feel like I'm like under siege over here. It's like a Steven Seagal movie. Good God. Good God, man. All right, hey, so that's I guess that was what I wanted to talk about. I mean, like I just like both those players are now frustrating me. That's the only Jokic I own is the Jokic I just picked up, so or Jokic, I'm sorry, we're bad with pronunciations.
Well, it's partly on purpose.
Well, if you can call a guy Jokic, why not, right?
Right.
All right, so yeah, what else did we want to talk about? I forgot what the fuck we were going to say with basketball.
Who are you most thankful that you added off of the free agency besides Jokic?
Well, are we switching over to what we're thankful for? Because that was just generally over the year what we've been thankful for about fantasy.
Yes.
So that's what we're switching to. We're switching gears to what we're thankful for.
Which player you added?
So far, nobody.
Nobody?
I mean, they've all just been sort of like flash in the pan, hot ads of the week kind of thing. I haven't had anybody that I felt like was like.
We were talking about this the other day where you're like.
I don't feel like I've had anybody that's like that much of a difference maker. Like, I mean, like, all right, so I guess maybe like, was it Josh Richardson in Miami?
Has he even been doing much?
It seems like lately, but that's what I'm saying. All these players, a lot of these players have just been sort of like, it looks like maybe he's starting to get some, but there's ups and downs with all these players I've added. So there's nobody that I'm like, wow, that changed everything. You know? And I feel like those pickups don't usually happen until a little bit later in the year. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. You know who I'm actually probably most thankful for that I added, and again, this is the FSAA Dynasty League. Even though I don't even know if he's going to be a keeper, he probably won't.
Okay.
Lou Williams.
All right, yeah, Lou Williams, yeah, I can go with that.
I mean, Lou Williams and Swaggy P, like,
right.
But I mean, this guy was just an ad where like I added him early, but like he's ranked like 34, getting like over like 16 and a half points, 2 rebounds, 3.5 assists, while like getting good steals and a bunch of threes.
All right. Well, I was excited about. I don't know. No, I'm not. I've not been that excited about anybody. I mean, everybody. I don't know. I mean, I drafted a lot of these guys too.
I mean, Lou Williams, I never drafted.
No, I didn't draft. I mean, I'm trying to think. I think I've got like one Lou Williams, but oh yeah. I mean, I guess maybe. But even that, I mean, how long is that going to last? Or,
I mean, again, no Kobe, no like real veteran leadership on that team.
right. I'm just, at what point is there more youth play?
Not when Lou Williams is doing what he's doing.
All right.
I mean,
so you're thankful for Lou Williams. I'm thankful for, all right, Jokic. Fine. Oh, wow, I got a third-round player for nothing that's not really doing nothing. I mean, he's fine. He's not going to hurt my team, but I'm probably going to have to drop him.
If you have to drop him, then fucking drop him, but I still think you're wrong.
Well, I'll trade him. I'll probably try to trade him.
Else.
I'll probably try to package him with somebody and that's what I'm going to do.
There you go. Trade value.
Yeah, I'm going to package him with somebody and move, get like another first-round player kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thankful for trade value. Yeah, doggy. All right, let's talk about more things we're thankful for. I did do the thanks prayer that didn't go over so well, but mostly I think that's your fault. You took the energy out of the room.
I thought it was a good prayer. I complimented you on it and told you to repeat it.
Oh, okay. Anywho.
Oh, okay.
What's the number one thing you're like most thankful for related to fantasy sports at all this year? Like in 2016, what's happened that you're the most thankful for?
Honestly, that I'm still playing fantasy sports.
You thought you were going to quit?
It was close.
When?
Couple of times.
Were you having like moon cycles or?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's just one of those things where don't make your hobby a job or, just getting burned out with so many leagues and spending so much time with fantasy sports, which really I've never done before. Like, I played a lot of fantasy sports and I did really good at them. But, like, before we really started doing this podcast, I never had fucking multiple accounts and 20 leagues and making videos and podcasts and hanging out on a website. And, like, again, something that I did to fucking kill time.
And now
really became, something that, like, I felt I had to do.
Well, you have to do it. Because you're an addict. You have to do it. You'll literally die if you don't. You don't want to quit now. You could die.
I guess I could. I don't think I would.
Trust me, auction draft sickness and the draft withdrawal, that would catch up with you quick, buddy.
But
I'm thankful you didn't quit either. I'm thankful you didn't retire.
Yeah, I am too. And like, again, these addicts that we have, and I honestly, I didn't think that we would still be doing these podcasts and we'd still be doing what we're doing when we started this. Like, because again, we've been doing this, like a year and a half?
Yeah.
And like, okay, that first half of the year, like that was just kind of like, woo, we're having fun. Like, we're kind of learning what we're doing.
Full of shit. Like, oh yeah, we got all these people hanging out. And like, yeah, no, it's mostly like fake it till you make it.
Yeah. But like, this last year, like, it was kind of one of those things where like we could have easily just stopped doing this.
I suppose. Yeah.
And really, nobody would have fucking noticed all that much.
Well, I tell you who would have noticed. The addicts that we're all thankful for. Our fellow addicts, everybody from fantasysportsaddicts.com. Obviously, without their support and friendship and fellowship, And also, compounding addictions. We really couldn't do any of this without them, right?
No.
That's right. That's what we love all of our addicts. That's what we're most thankful for, I think. Yeah.
Absolutely. And honestly, that's kind of where I was going, where I don't think we would have still been doing this. And like, honestly, I don't even know if I would have been still playing in fantasy sports if it wasn't for these addicts.
I think you would. You
I
still have
mean,
you still have your dynasty leagues.
I would, but I wouldn't be nearly at the level I am now.
So, do you enjoy the level you're at now? Are you comfortable where you're at now?
Honestly, yes and no.
What does that mean? You want to change something?
Yes and no. Like, do I want to? Yes. Am I? No. Like, do I want to drink less than I do? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Am I going to do it? No.
Why do you want to drink? Wait, what does this have to do with drinking?
I was just using it as a goddamn example. It's an
Oh,
addiction.
okay, all right. I was
I'm a
confused.
functioning alcoholic and I'm a functioning goddamn fantasy sports addict.
Okay, I was curious. I was like, what does this have to do? What? Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa! Don't bring alcohol in it. What does this have to do with our precious beer? Whoa!
Whoa.
No, they're separate items. They're separate
Oh
addictions.
no, I drank all my side beers.
Oh no! Get another one.
Oh my.
Go get another one. It's 9:54
All
in the
right.
morning.
Oh my goodness.
All right, I'm gonna talk about.
So long tonight. It's been a while. We got people hanging out.
Ryan's having a good time, everybody. This is Thanksgiving. This is what we do. We hang out. Now, I will say this. Ryan has the chat in front of him. I don't. I can go look and see if anybody has any comments. Actually, Ryan will be back with his beer in a moment. We can have him do that. I want to mention one more thing I'm thankful for besides just our addicts. I'm thankful. I was thinking about this. What's happened this year that I'm thankful for? Yeah, we've got some really good leagues. The addicts make all that possible. I mean, that kind of just goes without saying. I think we're all sort of thankful for having some good leagues to play in. But beyond that, I was like, what stands out to me this year that's happened that I'm thankful for? And I mean, I don't know if Karl Anthony Towns counts. Maybe that was a 2015 thing. That was probably a 2015 thing. Or beginning of 2016. But as we look forward to 2017, what's happened in 2016 that I'm most thankful for? And I'm having a good football season. I like that. But that's not it to me. What I'm thankful for most of all, and this is really ironic and dark, but I'm thankful for situations in dynasty leagues in which your hand is forced as a manager, whether it's good or bad. In my case, it was really bad. Jose Fernandez died, and that
Really,
forced my
Tom?
hand. Well, this is what I'm thankful for, because that takes a roster decision out of my hands. Like, now it's like that keeper I wasn't sure if I was going to keep, good or bad, I now have an open roster slot that I can consider that prospect, that future keeper kind of thing. And yeah, it was fucked up what went down, but that gives me roster space.
Fuck
and
you, Tom.
when you have what, Ryan, when when you have a really good dynasty team, such as yours and mine and our buddy J Money Smooth, you have more players than you can keep. And sometimes you're like, oh man, who do I keep? I don't want to drop this player. You got some tough decisions to make.
Thankful that your fucking best goddamn player died.
He's not my best player. My best player is Mike Trout. Don't forget that. I have
your
the best
pitcher, whatever. Like,
no, I don't know. I don't even know. He might have been my best pitcher. I'm not thankful he died. I'm thankful that now, because of the universe has spoken, and I have a keeper I can keep now, or I have room to play with. And that's sort of my sardonic or sarcastic look at it. But I think I look at that as that's the plus I've taken away from the tragedy. I'm sorry. That's something I'm thankful for.
You're a better man than I.
What am I going to do? Quit playing fantasy?
You almost did when Oscar Tavares died.
Right. And I didn't. And
because I made up a fucking OT 18 rule where you're like, okay, Tom, don't quit. I'll give you a pick of any player that's dropped as a compensation pick.
which is also in play this.
Yes, because the precedent has been set. Are you there, Tom? Tom? I can't hear you. Tom? Well, may have been me. I don't know if it was me that died. I don't see any. Man down, man down. I don't know. We might be ending early. I don't know what the hell's going on. I just opened a goddamn beer. I thought we were going to be talking longer. Don't hear Tom. Okay, so you can hear me. So this was Tom that crashed out. I already forget what we were talking about, but when Tom goes down, generally it's not too much longer before our live stream goes down because Tom is the one that's actually hosting this. Anyways, I just want to say we're actually really thankful for all you guys and all you addicts, and we wouldn't still be here if it wasn't for you because we're not getting paid for this. This is just something that we do because we're addicts and we enjoy this. And just thank you guys. Anyways, fuck it. Let's just end it. I'm gonna go ahead and go to bed. Fantasy gods, please grant me the serenity to set my ideal. Whoa!
Holy dicks. I don't know what happened.
I was just killing it.
You're killing it.
I was doing the serenity prayer. I was pulling the plug.
Why are you pulling the plug? We got plenty of stuff to talk about yet.
You were gone, and I wasn't about here to fucking. And usually, when you go down, it's only a matter of time before the fucking podcast ends.
Man, it ain't over. It ain't over. We're back. We're back. We're back. Right? Where are we back? Can everybody hear us? Are we back?
We're back.
We still got more to be thankful for.
We have contact.
All right. Yeah. I'm still. Hey, you know what I'm thankful for? Woo! Not dying on the internet. Woo! Thank God we're back.
We're back. I was doing the serenity prayer.
You didn't. Well, we still wanted to talk about baseball and football playoffs and.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did. I wanted. Well, all right, fine, whatever. You know what? You're just all like surly and sour with your beer today.
I am not.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Grace's gonna have something crazy on her hands later.
I think everybody left.
Oh, that sucks. Well, all right. We'll wind it down. I mean, we could. I guess everybody peaced out. That sucks. I hate when that happens.
Again, they jump ship.
Fair enough. Like, oh shit, it's going down. It's going down. Everybody bail out.
Right.
They're bailing left and right. One last thing, though. One last thing. Right? We're thankful, again, for all of our addicts that bail ship. But, I wanted to finish my point. I'm thankful, though, just that fantasy sports goes on. That was mostly the point I think I was making there. I mean, it sucks, right? My guy died. It's tragic.
Yeah, I tried to, kind of back up that point where, just we're thankful that we're still doing what we're doing.
And we're thankful for the addicts that keep us doing what we're doing. We appreciate the support and love and hanging out on the website. We're going to get that new website, right? It's going to be good. We're going to get some updated graphics, too, because we got to update like our web presence all over the place, I think, at this point. Right?
I agree.
All right. Sounds like you're going to bed.
Well, I mean, again, I've been up for fucking 18 hours. Like I work overnights. Like I did a 12-hour shift and got home 3 hours ago.
Long haul truck driving. Long haul. Over the top. All right. Well, we might as well shut it down.
Now I gotta go to bed and then get up and go grocery shopping and bake a pie and then cook a bunch of food tomorrow.
You should just do it overnight.
Well, I'm gonna do what I can overnight, but like I can't cook a ham overnight and like, here's this like ham that was cooked 12 hours ago.
No, I understand that, but ham, like, I mean, again, like ham's not that hard to work with.
No.
I mean, that doesn't take that long, but you'll have a good time. It'll be good. I'm excited for your ham. Maybe I'll show up, have some ham. Hey, just crashing the party. What?
Come on down.
All right. Hey, just show up. It'll be good. But yeah, so we're thankful for all that stuff. We're thankful for all the addicts. Baseball, I guess we're going to do that mock draft coming up this weekend with Andrew from Fantasy Aid, right?
I mean, I can't make it because I got work, unfortunately.
Well, he says he's at least setting it up this weekend. We'll figure out when it's going to be. I mean, if it is this weekend and you can't be there, I'll be there. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. And, as far as football playoffs go, I hope you're in them. I'm in them. I'm excited. It's going to be good. I'm having a fairly decent football year.
I'm not doing too bad either.
No, I mean, we both got really good luck with running backs this year and players that put up a lot of points. So we've had good runs in most of our leagues. We've also, I feel like we've been more aggressive than we normally are. I've noticed you playing aggressive, and I've played as aggressively as I can, almost to a fault at some points. Like I was going to say this on Sunday, I felt like I outmanaged and overthought myself. I was just like, what am I doing?
Yeah, you did.
And it kind of backfired. I was listening to so many experts and I was just like, I got to win. And, just fucked it up. But I'm still cool at the core of my lineup. I'm ready for the playoffs in football. I want to see how many leagues I can at least, go for a trophy in. So hopefully everybody else is in that situation. And
yeah, I mean, that's what we all strive for.
Yeah. And if you got any football stories, war stories you want to share, did your first round player die on you? Mine did. Hit me up. Hit us up. We'd like to talk about it. In the meantime, I guess fantasy sports prayer, fantasy guides. Please grant me the serenity, set my ideal lives, courage to add drop. Ryan. Aggressively. Wisdom. As always, to make good trades. Amen. All right, website's fantasysportsaddicts.com. Hit us up on Twitter at letter F, letter S, or double letter A, FSAA. Hopefully you have a nice Blackout Wednesday. Delicious
Blackout Wednesday.
Turkey Thanksgiving.
I want to be an alcoholic. I want to be a co-drug dependent. Woo!
Wow. All right, that's tremendous. I hope you're Black Friday also. Buy a lot of cool electronics and enjoy, everybody. We'll see you next week, and we're going to get a little more serious about our content. We'll see you then, right? Yeah, we'll get some more serious.
Maybe.
Well, that's why you don't do a podcast on Blackout Wednesday. It's not very cohesive.
I don't remember any of this.
What? All right. Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys next time. Hey, Ryan, did you know this was podcast 69?
Oh, we didn't make a goddamn 69 joke.
No, we didn't make a 69 joke. We fucked that up.
Woo!
You said 69. All right, we'll see you guys next time for podcast 70.
So do I. Want to do it?
Well, I want to do it. Podcast 69.
Woo!
See you next time. Woo!